There's a lot of sharing that happens today. It's called the Hertz rental car is a sharing environment. A taxi is a sharing environment. The challenge with a lot of the sharing of vehicles today, beyond some of those kind of temporary uses, is the access to the vehicle. Because if I have to travel a mile to go and get to my shared vehicle, now it's inconvenient and difficult, and I don't want to do that. If I have an autonomous vehicle, they will come and pick me up, as Chris talked about, and then I can get in and go, and it may be a short trip or it could be a 5-hour trip somewhere. It changes the equation. In tomorrow's transportation with autonomy, we believe there'll be privately owned autonomous vehicles, like some of us that are well enough off, we want to have our own autonomous vehicle. It may be a different shape. Maybe it only needs one seat because I don't need the other 3 or 4 that are inside the cabin to use it that way. We might own one. In some cases, there's the robo-taxi idea where it's pooled. And so it's probably more of a corporate phenomenon, right? But I could also share it. And so when it drops me off, it's just going to go and picks up somebody else and drive them somewhere, and somebody else. And I don't really care after it drops me off anyway, because the car's just sitting out there. And if I don't own it, I just got there safely and I got there efficiently and effectively, I'm satisfied. If you think about transit buses today and the size of those things, they hold like at least 50 people. And some are even longer. Sometimes you get those tandems like that. And then you drive by, and I'm sitting in a city here, and I look at it, and there's the driver, and there's nobody in the bus. And that's what happens. Their utilization is terrible. They're busy during rush hour, right, in the mornings when people go to work, and they're busy in the evenings when people go home. And if you see them at 10 o'clock at night, they're still driving the same route, maybe not quite as frequently, but there's nobody in the bus, or maybe one person on the bus. It's not a very cost-effective way to do it, and the cities pay a fortune to subsidize those buses and subsidize those bus routes. So I would say the public autonomous transport idea in the future, you don't need a big bus. You have a set of large minivans that are cruising around that are self-driving, and you just take them offline when you don't need them. And you put them back online when you need them for the busy periods. It's a much more efficient way to think about transportation in the future versus buses, even trains.